attend all the 5 days, so do attend all the 5 days. Okay, so let me say hello world, hello world, hello all. Okay, hi. So please do subscribe to my channel and like this video if you have not done it yet. I'm doing a lot for the community. Okay, so please do that, and we are going to start now. And JavaScript, I will touch everything. Is the JavaScript basic, JavaScript, then DOM JavaScript, Async JavaScript, and then ES6. ES6 is the main thing. See, this is the thing which I'm doing before React.js, and this is very important. See, to learn the JavaScript which I am teaching, it is very important to learn that, because if you want to do React.js, you have to learn all these things which I am teaching. Okay, maybe we'll do a project also if we get time, but the main thing is that ES6 and all you should learn, because someone is asking me how much JavaScript you should know to start with React. This much JavaScript which I'm going to teach. See, I'm not going to teach very old kind of JavaScript. JavaScript is something which can be taught in 5 days, in 5 to 5.5 hours, but it is something which if you need to master, it will take 2 to 3 to 4 years. Actually, there, if you want to master JavaScript very well, means there are actually 4 books are there, which is known as You Don't Know JavaScript. You have to learn it from there. You don't know JavaScript, and they are so thick book, and those all those knowledges are actually not required. If you want to go to React.js, if you want to know the basic, those all knowledges are not required. But I'm going to cover almost everything, all the basics and all those things. Okay, so let's get started. And again, attendance form will be given at the end. Attendance form will be given at the end. So let me share my screen. Yeah, so today we are going to first learn about the theory. So anyways, maybe today also, or maybe tomorrow, means I think today only we'll complete it if possible. And this theory we're going to do it with JSBin. See, those who attended my Saturday class had directly jumped into VS Code. No, that is known as JS, that is known as DOM programming. So even before DOM programming, you need to know what are JavaScript variables and all those things. So the DOM programming, the programming in JavaScript is vast. JavaScript can be used to do Node.js programming also, but the basic of JavaScript should be learned. So let us learn the basic of JavaScript first. Okay, so let's start. Let's start it. Okay, so what is this JavaScript? So JavaScript is like any other programming language. If you're coming from HTML CSS background, this is the first programming language which you might be learning, or if you're coming from Java background and all, so you Java or C++ background, so this is the first functional programming. Although there are some class-based approach also here, which you are going to learn later on in ES6, and that was introduced in 2015. That class-based thing was introduced in 2015, that we are going to learn later on. So, but the main thing is that JavaScript was earlier not class-based, and it is still not mainly class-based. It is mainly a functional programming language. So all those things are there. So, and it is also loosely typed programming language, not like Java, like it doesn't have an integer or something. Okay, so let's get started. And what I opened something known as JSBin, which is a online editor in which you can do everything. Like there is HTML, you can write CSS, you can write JavaScript, you can write console, you can write output, or output also you can get. But I'm going to use only JavaScript and console. Why? Because JavaScript is a programming language, so all the output you will receive in the console and all, means what are like variables and all which we are going to declare. So those things you are going to get in console. So let's get started. Okay, so I'll do a console.log of, suppose this is a very important, very commonly used function in all programming languages. Some console log programming things will be there. So console log Java script is there, and I will run it. So this is how it run it, and it will show me in the console hello JavaScript. Okay, so that is there, and let's not go much into hello and console and all. Okay, so that is how we'll do the console data. Okay, so actually there are 3 ways to declare JavaScript. They are var, let, and constant, and in no way they are like your integer and all those things. We understand that. Var initially means from 1995 till 2015 there were only one data type in JavaScript, which is known as var. In 2015 there were let and const were also introduced in JavaScript to solve some problem. Especially let solve the problem of block scope in JavaScript, which was var was doing that. And so And so let us understand all these things is with some project, with some example and all. So how to declare variables? Okay, variables. Okay, so var f name, and there is something known as camel casing which you follow in your JavaScript. Those who are coming from Java world, they know that they use something known as Pascal casing. So this is camel casing. Generally the first letter is small and the mid letter, which is changing thing, maybe like first name, so it will be like capital and will be capital. So this is known as camel casing, which is very popular in JavaScript. It is not a hard rule to use it, but you should use it, because if Java you are using Pascal casing, the same thing in Java is like this, but it is like this in JavaScript. The first name is Abendu. So you might be seeing I'm using something known as var. So var is what? Var is not a const, var is not an integer, var is not a string. Whatever it is, you can put anything in a var. The compiler will think about it and it will be done accordingly. Okay, so var is there. Then I have a let also. Let is last name is equal to pass, and const is also there. So you might not see much differences here, but the differences are means later on we'll see what are the differences are there. We're going to see all the differences are there. Okay, so which was I'm going to do, and console.log of first name, last name, and full name. If I clear it and run it will show like this. It will show. Okay, so you might be seeing there is no difference var, let, and const, and we can use interchangeably, and in fact we can use a number or something also here. So there is nothing like int, string, and all these things like C++. Those things are not here. Okay, so now the thing is that as I told one thing, var is actually functional scope, and it is not a blocked scope. Those who are coming from Java background, they might be knowing this, that everything is blocked scope. The moment we give something like if or switch statement or something which has a curly bracket, it forms a scope, but not in JavaScript. Not in JavaScript. It doesn't form any scope in JavaScript. So what is that? What is, and this is very important interview question also. Okay, so suppose I have we are going to learn that thing, and what is the difference with let and all we're going to learn. Although let is something which has come with your ES6, okay, in 2015, but something, and we are going to learn about ES6 in detail also, but something here and there we are going to learn about let and let also. Okay, let and all the ES6 features. Okay, so if true is there, then so what I'm doing, if statement, we are going to learn about if statement also later on, but just you can understand that if whatever it is true here, true is something like a boolean. If something is true, then it will go inside. If something is true, then it will go inside. Okay, so I'm just putting the true statement itself, so that's why it will go inside. Okay, so here I will have a variable name like var num1 equal to 10. See, right now I have taken the var as a number. Here I have taken it as a string. Not possible in any other programming language. But JavaScript is not a strictly typed. It's a loosely typed programming language. So you can use it with anything. What I'm doing here, if it is true, which will be always true because I'm giving it true, then var of num1 equal to 10. Then console.log of inside if var and num1 like this, and outside if var is again num1. So what is there? So in most other programming language, this will give an error because this outside, see, the scope is starting from here and it is ending here. So this is what block scope means. The scope of var num1 will start from here and end here, but here you see that it will have no effect. Outside if var is also working fine, no effect is there here. Okay, no effect is there. So what if I take this, and so this was a very big issue in JavaScript when JavaScript started in 1995. Yeah, and one more thing, JavaScript was actually created in 3 days, because at that time in 1995 internet was quite new, and they wanted to ship something with the first browser, which was a Netscape Navigator browser. So they quickly developed a language to have those interactivity things. So there were a lot of bugs in JavaScript. There are a lot of bugs in JavaScript which can never be solved, because JavaScript becomes so popular with the first version of Yahoo and all these things, that those bugs cannot be solved, or else half of the internet will break. Okay, the old programs never goes away in internet. So if true is there, what I'm telling here, if let me do a let of num2, let of num2 equal to, let me make it a 20, and inside if let it is num2 is there, and outside if let num2 is there, and I will comment it out and see. Now I put a let, the same situation, I put a let us see what will happen here. And if you see there is a reference error, num2 is not defined. So this is a very okay error, because this is what we'll get in Java, C++ and everyday language, because the moment I use let, it is a block scope. So the num2 starts here and ends here. Num2 starts here and ends here. So this is how it is there. This is how it will be there. Okay. So this is how let and all is there. And then you might have heard that, okay, var is functional scope. So what is this functional scope? So the creator of JavaScript made var as a functional scope. So what is this functional scope actually? So let us understand that. What is this functional scope? Okay. So this is a very different kind of scope. Okay, we are going to learn about function also soon. Okay, function also in a detailed way. Function are like, there are actually two programming approaches. One is the class-based programming approach, which the Java and C++ follows. Actually, they also have something known as functions. So functions, what happens? Functions or classes or everything, you divide a bigger program into a smaller program. So in JavaScript world, we generally do it with functions. So the small chunks we do it. So that's why JavaScript is also known as function programming language. And how do we declare a function in JavaScript? Okay, so we declare function with the function keyword here. There is something known as arrow function also, which I'm going to tell later on, but we generally declare it with hello. So function and var ext like this, and this I'm going to do, and then like this I've done. And inside if bar, outside if bar, we know this will run inside if bar, outside if bar. Then if I do a var ext like this, it will run, because both of them are inside this. Okay, so if I do it now, it will anywhere run. But if I outside if, let me do this, outside function var are you doing, okay, num1 I'm taking, let it run, and it is giving me error because its scope ends from here till here. So function are used to create scope. Function are used to create scope in JavaScript. Function are used to create a scope in var when you're using var. So earlier days we used to do it like this. Means function, the scope is there. Actually var has caused a lot of problem in JavaScript, because nobody understand means this thing. Everybody coming from some other programming language, they might think that this should create a scope, but no, it doesn't create a scope. Only if you do a function, it will create a scope. Okay, so that is like that. Okay, so we are done here, and we are going to go to the next JSBin. I'm going to give all this JSBin in the descriptions. So it is also, I think it is all saved. Okay, it is, I think it is not saved. Okay, oh, it is gone. Okay, anyways, I have that thing, I will give, no problem. I should have saved it on there. Okay, so now the data types are there. Okay, so what are the different data types? So just like any other programming language, JavaScript also have data type, but JavaScript have actually data types. JavaScript have 6 data types actually. Okay, so those 6 data types are, so what are these data types? Data types are like string, numbers, boolean, null, undefined, and symbol. So data JavaScript has this 6 data type. Although symbol is a bit new, it was defined with ES6, and we are not going to use it much. Symbol, we're not going to learn it about it because nobody uses it also. But the main thing which are there from the starting of JavaScript is string, Numbers, boolean, null, and undefined. So what are they? Strings, number, boolean. This is something which you might have heard in every other programming language or learned in every other programming language: string, numbers, boolean. But null and undefined are a bit different things. Okay, null might be there in, undefined might be there in other programming. I think null is there in other programming, undefined is not there. So let us understand about all of them, and first let us do and just write something, and then we'll understand. And the difference with const and const is something, const is like constant, but I will tell later on when we're going to do ES6 in a better way. Const is like constant, like you do something once, you cannot redeclare it again. Const name equal to Naveen 2, const age equal to 9, const rating equal to 9.5, const is trainer equal to true, and const y equal to null and let z. Okay, so we have all these things. Okay, so let us understand from here only, but then I'll do the type of thing. I have to tell one more. So see, you are seeing that const name equal to nothing. So I can use single quotes, I can use double quotes. There is another kind of quotes I will tell later on. So this is like string. So as I've told, and I can use instead of const var and let also. Okay, so as I've told earlier that JavaScript is a loosely typed language. So whatever you do, the interpreter will decide. Okay, so this is a string because this is a single quotes. If double quotes will also be there, it will be a string. So this is how we declare a string. And numbers we 39, 9.5, both of them are numbers. JavaScript doesn't have something like integer and float, which other programming language have. Even C have int and float, but here everything is considered as a number only. Okay, and then there is a boolean, which is true and false, and there is a null, and there is a undefined. Okay, as you will see, as we are going to see later on, see, null I am directly assigning to a variable, and undefined, if I console log this will be actually undefined. Okay, type of the type of thing. Okay, so it will be undefined. Why it will be undefined? Okay, so let us first understand. So this all things we understand, but what is this null and what is this undefined? And both of them, both null and undefined means empty values. Empty values means it doesn't have any value. Both of them mean empty value. But null is assigned by the user. User means the programmer, the coder. Null is assigned by them, and undefined is assigned by the system. See, I am leaving it blank, so it is undefined. So what is a very good example of it? So the very good example of it, like suppose we go to a college or we go to a school and there is a form. See, nowadays also we have to fill a form by hand. College admission or school admission, we fill a form by hand, and there is a column like a child's name, just name, like first name, middle name, and last name is there. Okay, so in some cases, some kid might not have a middle name, just like my kid doesn't have a middle name. So what I will do when I am filling the form, because I didn't keep the middle name, but I know in some states in India the middle name is important. Like in Maharashtra, I know the middle name is important. They put father's name only in the middle name, but not every state the middle name is important, and not every person likes to have a kid's middle name. So suppose the kid doesn't have a middle name, so what I will do, I'm the father and I'm filling the form, and the middle name I will either leave an A, or I will leave a blank. I will not leave anything. I will leave a blank. NA means not applicable. NA means not applicable. Okay, NA means not applicable, and blank means also it is not applicable. So whenever your the accountant who is filling that form, she or he will see, they will understand. Okay, so both of them means there is nothing. Both of them means empty value is there, and they in the computer they will enter nothing. So both of them empty doesn't have empty value, and both of them means empty values, but one is given by the user, me, and one is given by the system. So that is like that. If I put NA, that also means null. If I don't do anything, that also means null. Okay, so that is something like that. Okay, so that is what about this null and undefined. Okay, so both of them means empty values, but one is assigned by the user, one is assigned by the system. If you leave something as blank, if I'm leaving something as blank, like, okay, so now I'll have a Also, one more thing, console.log. There is a type of operator, which is like name. So type of operator give the type of the thing. Okay, type of operator gives the type. Okay, name, age, this rating is trainer and set. And if I give the type of, see, name is the string which I told, age is the number, rating is a number, there is no integer or something there, string is a boolean, true and false are the thing, and z is a undefined. But to my surprise, y is object. Why is an object? Why is an object? Why is an object? Because y should have been null and it should have been null. Because why is the object? Because of those 3 days problem with JavaScript. As I told earlier, JavaScript was created in 3 days, so there were a lot of bugs in JavaScript which the designer, because it is not possible to create a language in 3 days, but the developer was so much talented that he created almost perfect language in 3 days. And when he created 3 days, there were a lot of bugs left, like the var is a functional scope. Then there is another bug which was left, means which is x is null. X type of null is an object which should have been null, but it's an object and they cannot fix it. Even with ES6 all, they cannot fix it. Type of x is equal to null, because if they try to fix it, that will break half of the internet. Because see, a lot of people I know, means they like the if statement and all are there, so they will check if something is null, that it is equal to object. There is a comparison operator which is known as equal to, so they will check that. Okay, so that is there, so they cannot do that. Okay, so that is there. Okay, now we're done with this. Now we are going to do, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. So now what we are going to do, we are going to learn about string concatenation. So this is something which is a ES6, which is a ES6 thing, but we are going to learn it right now only. So we are going to learn about string concatenation, and const name. So const name is the age I have taken, and then old way. So this is the old way, but we can use it now also. Okay, so console.log of so what I want to do, I want to have a string, and I want to show this. I want to show this variable. Okay, I want to show this variable. My name is this, and plus name plus. So I want to show this thing. So my name is Nabindu, and I am plus age. I am plus age. So you have to use this plus, or it goes to the next line. Okay, so plus age, years old. I want to show years old. So I cannot say years old here, because I'm using a single quote. Again, this single quote is, I cannot use it, like it will give me error. So to escape it, I will have to use the backslash and then the like this, years old. So my name is this, and I am that years old. Okay, so this is like this. I will go, and this is how we show variables inside a string. So this all is a string, and this is a variable. Okay, so clear it and run it. So name, okay, it is showing the name is already defined. Okay, no problem, I will comment it out, and see, it will show my name is Napindu. Okay, and first issue we have already seen. This is, and I am Nathan is all. So the problem here is that, okay, I have to be specific. See, here I have given this space, so it is coming okay, but here also I have to give a space, but I have to keep that in mind. Here also I have to give a space, here I have to give a space, then it will come. So this is the old way. So what is the new way? New way is the ES6 way. As I told, I'm going to tell some of the ES6 things also. New way, okay, and console.log of. Here what is happened, there is something known as tilde, which is beneath the escape, there is a tilde. So tilde is this, and and this is a new way, my name is. So here what happens, whenever you have to show some variables, so these are known as variables, we'll do dollar name and I am dollar age years. See, I'm giving this apostrophe s also, old, dollar age years old. So this is how I'm doing, and save it and run it. See, it is coming fine. So this is how to do. But whenever the variable name comes here, it dollar and this I have to give, and this is like plain English, so I will not forget to give it. So here also I should not forget, but most of the people forget, okay, give this a space and all, but this is like plain English, I will never forget. So that's why this is preferred way nowadays. Okay, this is the ES6 way, this I am giving the backslash, okay, here. So this is how it works, and strings are very important data types in JavaScript. So there are there, but more than strings, the arrays are more important. We are going to learn about that later on. So I have to create another JSPin, okay, and there's a lot of string methods are there. Okay, string methods are there. Okay, and if you want to learn all over the string methods, the best place to learn is like string methods, MDN and loop, and this string JavaScript MDN. So what is this MDN? MDN stands for Mozilla Developer Network. Okay, Mozilla Developer Network. And what happens here, it is much more better than your W3C school or what. So you'll get all the string methods here. Some of them you're seeing this thing means it is deleted. Okay, so all the string methods here. So you can come and see all the string methods from here and get a note. String methods are the methods which are by default in JavaScript, means it is included in JavaScript. So we are going to learn some of the string method, and you should not mug up all these things. Okay, so all of these things, whenever you require, most of the time programmers do Google and also you'll find it, but you should know a bit about it, like what is something like you can string and substring and all those things are there. Okay, so let us do that now. Okay, so const str equal to hello JavaScript console.log of str.length I'm doing. Hi. So str.length I'm giving. So str.length will give me the string length. So okay, one thing to tell, everything means in not only JavaScript, every programming language, everything starts with 0. So this will start with length doesn't start with 0, but everything means it's like start with 0. Good evening. Okay, so everything starts with 0 in every programming language. String.length will give the length of this string, which will count this thing also, space also. Okay, so this is one of the methods, string methods, and they are given like this. And then another is console.log of, let me str dot to uppercase like this, and here clear it and run it. So see, everything has been changed to uppercase. So similar to this, I have a lowercase also, lowercase also is there. I think everything will be changed to lowercase. Now we have something known as a substring also. So if I want to find, this is a very important method, substring. Okay, so let me copy it like this. Control B, str dot substring of 0,7 I'm do clear it and run it and see 0,7, it is like this, coming like this. Okay, from 0 it is starting. So one thing I want to say, it starts with the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it doesn't take till the end one, till 6. Whatever I give here, the last thing, it will take till that. Okay, So it starts with a 0. Starts with a 0. How can I know? Because see, if I give here 2, where it start? 0, 1, 2. It starts on here. So string, array, all the things starts with 0. It is there in every programming language, not only in JavaScript, but in every other programming language also. Everything starts with a 0. Okay, so now console.log off. The last thing which you are going to see here, and you should refer this thing. Okay, you should refer this thing completely. Okay. So this is there. Someone asked something on LinkedIn. Sorry, I generally don't see LinkedIn. If you're watching on LinkedIn, you can come to YouTube. I generally don't see the chat in LinkedIn. Okay, which is the best project for finance student related to web development? Do anything in React.js, any big project React.js, it is there. Any project in React.js is a big project in React.js. Like some clone project you can take from my channel. It is more than enough for your final year project. Okay. Okay, so okay, so the which one I was taking? Okay, str dot includes and Java. Okay, so this is the str dot includes Java I'm taking. So what does this mean? So it means that if Java is there, it will give me true or it will give me false. So see, it's giving me true because Java is there. If I give something like maybe like COBOL, so it will not able to find it and it will give me false. So this is how it all works. str.inputs. There are a lot of other methods also, but string doesn't have that much method as your arrays, because array is much more important data structure in JavaScript. Okay, and now we are going to come into array. Okay, so jspin. Array and object are known as non-primitive data types. So these are all known as data types or primitive data types. Also, arrays and objects are known as non-primitive data types, but they are a very important concept. This array and JavaScript, array and objects. Okay, so first we'll look into arrays. Okay, so again JavaScript and console I've done, and then we'll look into array here and const lang. So what are array actually? So array actually continuous allocation of memory, continuous allocation of memory. They are like continuous thing. Okay, and they are a way to store data. So just like variables are a way to store data, so all these variables are a way to store data. Array is also a way to store data, but it stores continuously available data. Continuously available data is stored. And arrays are like any other programming language. If you have learned Java, C, C++, it is like that only. It is like all those languages are like that. Okay, so what is here? What is the difference in JavaScript? I'll show the difference in JavaScript, like JavaScript, comma Java, comma C++, comma Golang, Kotlin, comma 5, comma 2. Then I do console.log of lang and clear it, run it. See, all of this will come like this. Okay, so this is how the arrays look like. Okay, but why are array used? Because I can get access to any of the element with its index. That is why arrays are so powerful, and I can get it by this. Again, everything starts with a 0 index. JavaScript is 0, Java is 1, C++ is 2. If I clear it and run it and see. Okay, I think it is not refreshed. Yeah, C++ is coming. So this is how we access something JavaScript. Okay, so that is there now. And those who are watching from LinkedIn, I actually give the attendance form. Okay, attendance form on YouTube. So please do come on YouTube. Collection of similar data types. Okay, yeah. So what is this difference in? Yeah, someone told that collection of similar data types is array. So that is a typical C++ definition. Okay, C++ or JavaScript definition, Java definition maybe. See here, one thing you might have noticed. Okay, I forgot to tell that. All of these are string, but this is a boolean. This is a no, this is a number. This is a boolean. This is only available in JavaScript. In other programming language, there are string array, there are number array. Here, anything you can add. It doesn't matter. But rest of the things are like other programming language. But here, anything you can add. Okay, here anything you can add. So that is there. Now, if I want to add something here, then what to do? So I'll come here and lang of 3 equal to C. I'll do, and then I do a console.log of lang. See, it will come. See this. I put the C here at location 3, 0, 1, 2, and 3. I put the C. But there is a problem which just occurred. This Golang was actually deleted. Golang was actually deleted the moment I did this. Okay, Golang was. Okay, Golang was actually deleted. One sec. Yeah, so Golang was deleted, and so what happened? Golang was deleted. So this is not a good thing. This is not a good thing to do. So we have some of the some of the ways to avoid it. So there are push, pop, and all those things are there. Okay, so okay, one sec. So there is that. So there are some inbuilt methods are there, like push and pop. So how to use that? Okay, how to use that? So we have something like lang dot pop, which what it does, which actually removes from the end, which this thing remove from the end. Okay. So after this, I will do a pop. Is what? Pop is used to remove something from the end. Okay. Yeah. It is. You're right. So someone was telling that 3 index it was gone. Yeah. So I want to remove this thing. So 5 and 2 actually they're odd. They're odd things. Means they should not be here. So if I do this and I have to run it, see they are both of them 5 and 2 are removed. So pop means pop will remove from the end. Pop will remove from the end. Okay. Then there is something known as lang dot push. Lang dot push is like that, and there is like Pascal. So what is this push? Push actually push to the end of the array. Push pushes to the end of the array. Like pushing to the end of the array, there is something to push the start of the array also. Lang dot unshift. Lang dot unshift is like shift like this, and console.log of lang. Now you will see what will happen, and it will like this. Okay. Okay, sometimes it doesn't comes. Okay, it is coming. So shift is coming. Shift have been pushed to the starting, and Pascal have been pushed to the end. Pascal have been pushed to the end, and shift is coming to the starting. So this is what it's all about. Means pushing to the start and pushing to the end. This is how we do. And as I've told, we should avoid doing this thing because this is actually changing something. We should always try to do push, pop, shift, and and we have something like to remove from the start also. So this will remove from the end. We have something to remove from the start also. So lang dot shift like this and console.log of lang. Okay. Now you will see that something is like here I have done this shift. So this shift which was added, this is removed from the starting. So this is removed from the starting. So this is how it all these functions are there. Okay. So these are all there. So JavaScript, as I've told earlier, array is the most important data types in JavaScript. Okay. So there are some other functions also like JSpin, and again I can come here like array methods are there. Array methods are there. Okay. Let me take this one only, but I will take till here. Like here I will take, and then set. Okay. Okay. So let us check those methods. Okay. So console.log of remove from start is like shift removes from the start. Yeah, shift removes from the start. So actually it is also named shift remove from the start. Okay, so that is like that. So console.log is there, and here it is array dot is array, and lang is there. Okay. So what is this? So this array dot is array lang I am doing. So it will check whether the pass thing is an array. So this lang I am passing, it will check whether it is an array or not. So it is true. It is true. It is actually an array. So but if I pass like this here, maybe I will pass JavaScript here. See now what will happen? It is a false because if I'm passing a string. So there are all these methods are there, and again the best place is like array methods mdn, array methods mdn I'll do, and then this is the array mdn, and there are a lot more methods than which are there in a string, because array, as I've told, it is the most important data type. It's a non-primitive data type, but it's a very important data type. And if you want to learn more about all the different methods which are available, and again I'm telling, don't mug it up, because you are going to use them somewhere else. And the most important array methods we are going to learn in ES6 also. ES6 also we are going to learn. So these are this. We'll tell. So go through it. Okay, go through it, and you are going to learn that. Okay, so that is there. So okay, so this is there, and then console.log of lang dot index of. So there is something known as index of is there. So what is this index of? Okay, what is this index of? Okay, what is this index of? And what is the index of is Golang I am taking. So if it is available, this Golang is available, it will give me the exact index of. So it is 0, 1, 2, 3. So it will give me like that. Suppose if I give something like index of maybe Ruby, like Ruby is a language, so it is not there. So there is something different here. So if I give something like this, index of Ruby, so it is giving me -1. It's giving me -1. So this -1 means it is not there. Okay, and there is another method like this, which is like includes. So includes we have already, I think we have includes is where includes is we have seen it here. Includes. Okay, so includes we have seen it here. So includes and includes like this, and then clear it and run it. So it will give me true or false. It will give me true or false. So this is how it works. Okay, true or false it will give. Okay, so these are some of the array methods. Now the second most important data, actually it is first most important also. Sometimes people both of them are used in combination, and it is also a non-primitive data type. It is known as objects, and this is different than class object. Okay, JavaScript also have class object, but this is a different kind of a object, This means this is a data structure. Okay, this is a data structure means what? Data structure means to something to save the data. Okay, the variables is a data structure, this is a data structure, and objects are a data structure. So let us look at the objects. Okay, objects like this. Objects are like a key, unique key value pair is there, which is known as object. Const person equal to like this, it will be there, and f name or maybe name Bindu, comma L name is like this sauce, and age is like 39, and so like this. So these three things are there. So, and it can be anything like I can have also is developer is like true. This developer is a true. So these are something. So what are these array of this? What are this object actually, and how is it different from a array? So you can see these things. So objects are like it's a key value pair, and key. One thing to notice is the key is always string. Key is always a string, but it is never represented with a single quotes or double quotes. And there is a data structure known as a JSON object, which it is mandated to have a double quotes there, but that is a different thing. Here it is a string. Key is always a string. Key is always a string, but it is never a you are not required to use the string like thing. You can use it. You can obviously use it, but it is not required. Okay, so it is not required. So that is there, and f name, and the right hand side. This is known as key. This is known as value. Right hand side can be anything like string. I'm using string here. I'm using number here. I'm using a boolean here. So now let me do it. Like let me see it now. Like clear it and console.log of person. I'll do console.log of person. I'll do, and it is shown like this. Object is shown like this, and there is no order in it. Object actually it's object is shown. This is an error in JSBin. This is not, it should not show like this. And console, you can right click and see it here also. If I do it here and if I run it here, so see it will actually come like this. Okay, object is like this, it will come like this in the console. So one more thing to know here is that okay, the order is not there. Okay, the order is not there. See, age is showing first and all. Generally it takes an alphabetical order. It's take alphabetical order. You might be seeing this thing, it's an alphabetical order. Okay, A and all, because arrays, how do we access an array? Means all the time the main thing is to access the array. Here the objects we were accessing by like this notation. How do we access the array thing? So at the end of the day, that is the main thing. How do we access something in an array? Okay, in an object, or not in an array, in an object. So there are actually two notation here. First thing is like this, f name I'm going to do, f name I'm going to do, and then clear it and run it. So f name is like this. Now Bindu, it will come. Okay, so that is there. And then the other thing is like other notation is like known as a bracket kind of notation, in which this bracket will be there, but this bracket, it is important to have a single quotes here. And L name, I can do it like this, and it will be also be like this only, it will show me. But there is a difference here that what is the use case of it? Suppose maybe I told that I can take a string here also. I told earlier that I can take a string here also like this, because it's a string. But suppose I take it as a last space name, that is last space. Now I want to get it. I want to get this thing. So I will just try to do it here. I cannot do it here. It will give me error because there is a space here. Space is never allowed in programming. Okay, space is never allowed in programming. That's why all of my students I tell never take a space. Okay, so Control Z, it will not allow. But here, because there is a single quotes here, it is allowed. Last name is allowed. Okay, last name is allowed like this. I'll run it and it will come like this. Okay, so this is how this object works. And there are not much objects like maybe something like there are not many methods in objects. So one of the method is like as I've told, if you get something in an array, means inside array, it will be very easy to see. It will be very easy to see. So we can see something like we can get everything. So these inbuilt methods are there, like object dot keys and person, I'll do object dot keys and person. You'll see everything will be changed to an array. An array is a very popular way to when you're going to learn ESX, will learn why this. So what did it did right now? All the keys like f name, last name, age, is developer, it has put into an array. So similar to this, we have another thing known as console.log of object dot values and person. So what it is going to do actually, it is going to give me like this. Okay, all the values here, all the values here. Okay, so it is also time to give the attendance form. So let me give the attendance form. Please mark your attendance here. Is not going or what? Okay, please mark your attendance here. I'll ping it. And all 5 days you have to, those are new year, all 5 days you have to fill the attendance, then you get the attendance, then only you get the participation certificate in this 5 days kind of a workshop. Okay, Saturday workshop only 1 day you have to take and you'll get it. So this is something like this, it will happen. Okay, so next thing which I want to do is object. It is not like this object, this value is there. Okay, it can be that much easy, it can be a bit complicated also. So let us take a bit of complicated example. Means the main thing is that key is always a string, but the value can be anything. Okay, like this, it can be hobbies like this, and like this, coding, blogging, and YouTubing. Okay, so like this I'll do hobbies. It can be array also. You can see this, instead of this having this like normal string and all this, I'm having it as an array. Even on top of it, it can be another object also. Like this, I have a address. It can be another object itself. Okay, so house is like 78 and city is like Bhopal and state is like MP, like this. Okay, so like this we can do it. Okay, so I will show this later on. Okay, so what we can have here, like suppose now what I want to do, I want to access this thing like YouTubing. How I will access this YouTubing. So for that, what I need to do is let us access that console.log of person. React is not this week, React is next week. So those who are new to this channel, CSS is first week, JavaScript is second week, React is third week. So this is pure JavaScript week. And if I get time, I will explain project, or else I will give my playlist for JavaScript project. I have a very big playlist for JavaScript project, and YouTube only you can get to that and learn JavaScript, because there is a lot of theory also to be teach in JavaScript, and it might take all 5 days. If I get time in this 5 days, because I take 1 hour only, so might and the last day we can complete a simple project, and I will give my list of all of the JavaScript, or you can check it from the channel itself. There are a lot of JavaScript projects on the channel, you can check them. Okay, so that is there. And what I was telling, so this is all theoretical is going on, which is very much important. And as I've told, I will touch this much theoretical which will required to be for you to become a React.js developer. So what I was doing, so suppose I want to access this blogging, so how I will access this blogging. So person dot hobbies, and this is an object, this is an array. So one, I'll do, and I'll clear it and run it. Not it, is only one. Okay, is like spelling mistake. Okay, so it will give me blogging. Now how should I access this Bhopal? So because this is an again an object, so let us do that. Console.log of person dot address, and so I can use the dot notation. So city I will use like this. The city of Bhopal is been shown. Okay, so we are done with this thing, and JavaScript will again require another class, means not another class, because we come to an end and I don't want to overload things, and loops and all those things are remaining. And then after that, so I will tell you what to do. After this we are going to do JStorm, then we are going to do async JavaScript, which is very important, like promises and all those things we're going to learn. Then after that we are going to do ES6, and if I got time I will do some projects also.